There we go, that's that mission done. We're now at Sanctum Key. Accepted the stuff. Let's read the journal first, get that out of the way with. Riverside Province. While many of us basked in the healing beauty of the Henge of Denravi, Ivinia sought out allies for our fight against the Mantle. We were fortunate enough to enlist the help of a powerful mage named Vizier Kilbron. This imperious gentleman had advised the king of Or before that kingdom exploded and sunk into the sea. So he was the king's advisor. In exchange for his help, Ivinia agreed to recover an artifact from his homeland. She sent me into Riverside Province under the cover of night to meet with a Shining Blade informant within the White Mantle. I threaded my way past patrols and guard towers to reach the White Mantle stronghold, where Dinas held the item the Vizier desired, the Scepter of Or. We escaped easily with the scepter in hand, but were spotted by the Mantle on our way out, and so made haste to the rendezvous point in Sanctum Key, where the Vizier awaited. Marcus was strangely absent throughout, but there was no time to look for him. Okay, cool. So, one sec. There we go, now it's proper lighting again, since it's not night anymore. Alright, we should probably sell some of our stuff, shouldn't we? We're out of the jungle, and I never found those chests, so that's 2 keys. Sell them. The marking webs we can't do anything with, so I'll delete. I can't even sell those. An earth scroll and 2 knight's armors. We're very close to level 20 now. 93% of the way there. First things first though, we're at Sanctum Key. Let's read this. This beautiful harbour is a favourite landing for cargo ships travelling to Kryta from the nation of Cantha. Cantha is where the second campaign takes place. It's well to the south. This is the Sea of Sorrows here, and Cantha is way down that way. Yeah. To the southeast lie the ruins of an ancient monastery said to have been the first to teach the art of smiting prayers, marking the transformation for Krytan monks from passive healers to aggressive defenders of the land. Okay, so we're back in Kryta. We're in the most southerly place, but we are back. So what we can do is create a path from where we are now up north, and you'll remember the Black Curtain. This is the giant swamp near the Temple of the Ages, and I said that when we got back we would go to the well, I said later on we'll go to the temple, and we'll do that now. So first there's a hidden outpost here called the Fisherman's Haven, and there's a couple of very interesting quests to do there, to do with the White Mantle's gods and stuff, and the royal line in Kryta. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Still, we don't need to do any killing, so I'll just run there. This is the Stingray Strand. Just a very, another one of those kind of beachy areas in Kryta. There's no crashed ships everywhere like there was before. But, Jimora the Wise. Yeah, she gives me armour. Krytan leggings. So, yeah, it's good to be back on the beaches, don't you think? It's full of scales and stuff, but still. And oh, I want to talk about that. I forgot that was there. This thing here is called the Wizard's Tower. There's something like it, yeah, that floating castle. People call it the Wizard's Tower. You can't actually get there on foot. It's just kind of this mysterious thing that hangs in the sky. There's a place like it as well in pre-searing Ascalon that I never went to. It's got the interest of a lot of people, because we'll see as we go through the game more and more, there are floating rocks and stuff in this game. I'm not sure we know why some of it floats, but somebody's obviously a long time ago built some kind of a building up there. And people have always really wondered what's going on there. You can get very close to it by coming to an explorable area that's here. I was just talking about Galrath and that quest. That's where that quest leads you to, right close to that tower. And it didn't seem like they were ever gonna, ArenaNet were ever gonna expand on the story of that giant floating tower that just looks so cool and interesting. But in Guild Wars 2, if you look at the map on the novel that they recently released, the Ghost of Ascalon. Oh my god, what's going on? If you look at the novel that they released on the Ghost of Ascalon, the map that comes at the start of it, you'll see at that exact place... Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, why is a Drake chasing me? You'll see it at that exact location, and there's like this weird line on the map, and it's called the Dominion of Winds. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. No, I can see the entrance. I can see the entrance. Yeah, you can see the map's called the Dominion of Winds. So something's obviously going on there in the second game. And they also said recently that... Where are we? Oh, we're back here. I'll pause it till I get back. Okay, it looks like I went the wrong way last time. I'm going the right way now. Yeah, they also said recently about the Wizard's Tower that in Guild Wars 2 at launch you won't actually be able to go there still when they launch the game, but just afterwards you will. So it looks like they're going to release that as like some downloadable content, extra map kind of dealio thing. So even in the second game it's going to be quite a mysterious area, because at launch it's still going to be one of those places that's just sort of floating there, and it's got some weird stuff going on and nobody knows why or how to get there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's finally all about. If you look around, there are... I'm not that up to date. I don't really look into it that much, but some people have got some really interesting theories about what goes on up there. Which, if you are interested about it, because no doubt if you've played the game before, you've seen that thing and you've wondered what is it. Give them a read, because people put a lot of effort into that kind of stuff. So yeah, there it is. Please tell me I make it. Please tell me I make it. Problem is those drakes. You remember a while ago I said that they were really powerful things that were an easy chance to get golds back when you first get to Kryta. They chase you so far. They just... Most enemies give up after a little while, but they just keep chasing you and keep chasing you and keep chasing you. Okay, so here we are, Fisherman's Haven. It's another hidden out of the way outpost. This is another outpost where people do events, actually. There's this event called Sex on the Beach or something like that. It's quite funny. People come here. Again, if it's your first time playing these skills, you get some unique skills here. But the difference with this one is it's not just a little out of the way place, it's actually got a quest here. So, let's read the outpost description. This beautiful cove is said to be the home to the best fishing in all of Kryta. Legends tell of a time when the fish were so plentiful here that one had only to skim the surface with a net to take in the equivalent of a full day's catch from any other body of water. Whether the legends be true or not, Krytan fishermen, both professional and casual, can often be found on the shores of the Fisherman's Haven. Alright. I don't think there's anyone interesting to talk to other than this quest guy. Let's see. Watchman Arid. I recognise his name. Where from? He says that the Line Guard, remember those are the guys that just protect Lion's Arch, and they're separate from the White Mantle, so we hate the White Mantle but we don't hate these guys. The Line Guard must act swiftly if we are to wrest control of Kryta from the hands of the White Mantle. Did you need something? Now these two quests, these are another bug quest. One of them's supposed to come first, and then you're meant to do the other one, but they're both displayed at the same time. So we're only going to do the royal papers first. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the royal papers. Okay, so with the true nature of the White Mantle revealed, it is time to restore the royal family of Kryta to power. Unfortunately, the royal family was largely destroyed during the Char invasions, and those who survived fled across the sea. The royals, however, were known for their indiscretions, and it's likely that there are a few with royal blood in their veins who still live in Kryta. I had arranged for the papers from the royal scribe to be brought to me, that I might examine them and find a legitimate successor to the throne, but the caravan I sent was plundered by the Tengu in Stingray Strand, and the chest containing the papers was carried off. Will you retrieve the papers for me? And he gives us some skills, so I'll recover them, no problem. And these quests are kind of like a precursor to something really big that happens later on. What happened was, after they released the first 3 campaigns and the expansion, there was a long time without anything being added to the game, because when they released the expansion they'd kind of said, look, we can't add any more to the game because we're creating Guild Wars 2, we just don't have the manpower to keep up with this. We're sorry, but there's not going to be any more content. And originally everyone was like, okay, because originally Guild Wars 2 was like due for beta in 2008, and everyone thought it would be out really soon. But that didn't happen because Arena Net got more and more ambitious, and they kept going and going and going to try and make it an amazing game. So, in the end, I'm going to die, aren't I? So, in the end, when it was like, I think it was last year actually, or no, this year that they started doing it, they decided that they needed more content to keep the player base going. And they released this thing called GuildWars Beyond, and it's like a new campaign to create more new content for the in-game world. And it comes in chapters, and the first chapter that was ever released was called The War in Kryta. And that deals with the royal family coming back to power and finally pushing the White Mantle out of Kryta, because that's not 100% resolved in the Prophecies storyline. So these quests are going to introduce you to a character who is very, 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 very powerful and influential in the first chapter of Guild Wars Beyond, which, as I keep saying, if these videos go well, I will eventually be doing a Let's Play of. So just bear this in mind, because it's quite cool to meet this person and look into the royal family so early on. Because before last year, or the start of this year, this was all we have ever had to go on about the royal family. But now the plot is really thickened, and if you've played through it all, then you'll know what I mean. Okay, so there's the chest with the royal papers and the Tengu that had plundered it. These Tengu are all assholes, but trust me guys, the Tengu are awesome. They are freaking badass. Okay, so we've opened the chest, the papers are here. Quest updated. Fisherman's Haven. Alright, so the time has finally come. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to get some experience from this quest, and it's going to level us up. I think it will level us up. Let me check. If it doesn't, this will be pointless. No, it won't level us up. We're still not going to level up. Ignore that. Ignore it completely. Oh no, it will. 750 experience, and we need 742 to level up. Okay. Right, ignore that. After we complete this, we're never going to see Charlie again. So, well, we will. But there you go. Never going to have him help us again. Lots of new stuff's coming our way. So goodbye, Charlie. You've helped us out a lot. Yeah, wave goodbye. Oh, the tears. It's so emotional. Well, there we go. Watchman Arid. You retrieved the papers. Good work. I'll start examining these immediately. Reward, 750 experience. Accept. Ta-da! We got 2 skills, Scourge Healing, and we got Savage Slash, which interrupts someone, and it's a sword skill, which is quite cool. Alright, that's it, we're level 20, we're never going to level up again. We got some 15 more attribute points. Now, we can use those, but I'll tell you now, these aren't all the attribute points you can ever get. Later on in the plot, something will happen to us, and it will allow us to earn more attribute points from other optional side quests, which we will do, so we can still get a little bit more powerful even though we're level 20 now, but we're never going to get more health from leveling up or anything like that. What else does it mean? It means that we can't summon Charlie anymore, so we have to say goodbye to Charlie. We can get rid of his summoning stone because that's not going to work. Now we're going to be forced to use other summoning stones. The difference between the Charlie summoning stones and other ones are the other summoning stones aren't infinite, you can't use it, you've got to buy more, okay, and also they only last 30 minutes, while Charlie would last the whole hour, so they can run out before my summoning sickness does, which can be a pain. I'll talk about that more in a little while, but also because we're level 20 and I've completed the game before, we've unlocked something called hard mode, okay. Now if we go into hard mode by clicking that little icon there and go out, it makes everyone insanely more powerful. There is no way that I will be able to complete anything in in hard mode, to be honest. All the normal skills get elite skills. You see that one there? It's called Tainted Flesh that they're using. It's an elite skill. They all gain like loads of levels. They're all like nearly level 30. They all attack faster, run faster, just their skills recharge faster. Everything about them is much more deadly. Now, why am I telling you this if it's not going to be any help to me? Well, it is going to be help to me because in hard mode, if you kill enemies, you can get. See, look, they destroy you. and I do like 1 damage, 6 damage to them. In hard mode, if you kill normal enemies, you have a really rare chance of them dropping something called a tome, which is a little book that when you read it, it will teach you any skill that you want. Okay, so if I'm ever short on a skill and I can't get it from a skill trader or anything, I can get a tome. And even better, if you kill a boss in hard mode, they can really rarely drop an elite tome. And if I kill a warrior boss, for instance, he'll drop a warrior elite tome. And then if I read that, then that will get me any elite skill I want. Alright, so if you've never played before, that's probably quite a lot to take in. But it means that if I really struggle later on, I can go into hard mode, find a warrior boss, keep killing them and get an elite tome, and then that will help me to get any warrior elite skill that I want without, you know, cheating or anything like that. So that's really helpful. Alright, so that's the difference now that we're level 20. There's a lot more that we can do, so... Alright, so now that we've discussed that, let's speak to Arid again and see what he's got to say. Oh, he's found something in the royal papers. I found something. An entry in the scribe's journal notes that the king often visited one of the priestesses in the Temple of the Aegis. Okay, so that's why we'll be going there, as I said before. Later, the woman gave birth to a daughter named Salma, who was granted special dispensation from the royal treasury. The king always did take good care of his children, legitimate or not. This woman could be exactly who we are looking for. She has ties to the true gods as well as royal blood. Because obviously she works in the temple as well, I assume. Which means she rejects the White Mantle's gods. I'm certain that people would follow her if only she would consent to take to the throne. You can travel lightly and quickly, Peter. While I make preparations to mobilize the Lion Guard, you could go and speak with her. Will you help me once again, my friend? Alright, I'll go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Temple of the Aegis, at long last. And we were very close to it when we came before, so, but instead of leaving from the Bergen Hot Springs like I did last time, I'm going to go up from this way because I think it's faster and also a little bit safer. And there's an area here that we've never been in, so I'll see you guys when I've walked like to here, and then I'll start filming. Okay? So, yeah, catch you in a minute.